There's something no one tells you when your hair starts turning gray. Your wardrobe changes its mood. But it's not that your hair ages you, it just changes the contrast. And that's where the secret lies, understanding which colors clash with gray and which make it shine. Silver hair is beautiful, but it has personality. It calls for shades that match that strength without stealing the spotlight. Let's talk about colors that dull, harden, or throw things off balance, and of course, how to fix that with choices that enhance the hair's natural shine and flatter your skin. 1. Too much beige, too little life. Beige might seem like a safe choice, but with gray hair, it can be tricky, especially the very light or ashy tones that end up almost the same shade as your hair. The result? Your face loses definition, your skin looks faded, and the entire look washes out. That's because gray hair already reduces your natural facial contrast, and pale beige only reinforces that effect. Instead of brightening, it drains vitality from your expression. But there's no need to banish beige from your closet. The key is to pick tones that create a soft contrast without weighing things down. A warm camel, a light caramel, or even a rosier nude adds depth without clashing with your hair. Another trick is to wear beige away from your face, in pants, skirts, or shoes, and layer over it a bright blazer, a crisp white shirt, or even a structured necklace. Anything that defines your face and brings back structure. The trick isn't to give up on the color, it's to make it work for you. Have you ever tried taking that blouse that makes you look pale and pairing it with a bolder lipstick and gold hoops? It changes everything. 2. Baby pink, the tone that infantilizes. Pale pink, that soft cotton candy shade, seems harmless, but next to gray hair, it can make your look feel too girlish or even overly delicate. Instead of lightness, it takes away depth. And when worn close to the face, it dulls your expression, especially on fair or cool-toned skin. The problem isn't being pink, it's the shade you choose. When gray takes over, your look needs colors that match that presence. And baby pink, being so washed out, can't keep up. The alternative? Pinks with more depth. Dusty rose, raspberry, muted fuchsia, soft cherry. These shades keep the femininity but add visual strength and contrast. And you don't need a full burst of color. A patterned scarf, a richer pink lipstick, or a textured blouse can do the trick. Another tip, avoid very thin or sheer fabrics in this peel tone. They make the too delicate effect even stronger. Choose more structured fabrics like poplin, linen, or thick cotton. They show presence without overdoing it. Have you noticed how a deeper pink seems to respect more who you are today, instead of trying to fit you into a softness that no longer feels like you? 3. Cool gray, the double gray effect. Gray on gray. It sounds elegant, minimalist, but in practice, it can make everything too uniform. When your hair is gray, especially in silver or ashy tones, and your clothes follow that same cool shade, the result tends to lack depth. Your hair color disappears into your outfit, and your face loses contrast with the rest. The hair texture, which could be a highlight, blends into the background. Everything ends up looking flat, as if missing visual energy. But that doesn't mean gray is off limits. Far from it. The secret lies in tone variation and the right complements. Go for deeper or warmer grays, like graphite, charcoal, or even taupe gray. These shades contrast with your hair while keeping sophistication. And if you wear light gray, choose textured fabrics, an interesting knit, a visible weave linen, or a structured blazer. Pair it with warm colored accessories, matte gold earrings, a terracotta scarf, a plum lipstick. Small touches that warm up your face and balance the coolness of the outfit. Have you tried graphite gray with a white shirt and an amber necklace? It looks modern, mature, and full of presence. 4. Pale yellow, the false friend. Light yellow, that soft, buttery pastel, seems cheerful and fresh, but with gray hair, it can be deceptive. It tends to bring out yellowish tones in your skin and make your hair look dull at the same time. The contrast feels off. The skin loses its glow and silver hair looks dirty. That's because pale yellow is warm, but far too soft. It's not strong enough to match gray's presence, nor cool enough to balance it elegantly. The result? Everything looks a bit lifeless. For yellow lovers, the fix is adjusting the intensity. Richer yellows like mustard, saffron, or ochre work much better. They warm the face, highlight your hair shine, and add personality. Another option is using pale yellow as an accent in prints, accessories, or a scarf with a dark base. It becomes a touch of light instead of dominating the look. And watch the fabric. The more matte, the better. Shiny or satin fabrics in this shade tend to make you look paler. Have you tried swapping buttery yellow for burnt mustard with deep red lipstick? Your face lights up instantly, and your gray hair becomes the star. 5. Olive green when it gets too heavy. Olive green is a color many people see as neutral and easy to wear, and it really is. But with gray hair, it can feel too heavy. Since it's a muted grayish green with a yellow undertone, it sits too close to the coolness of gray without creating contrast. The result can look dull, shadowy, even a bit harsh. On fair or cool-toned skin, olive tends to drag everything down. Your eyes look more tired and your hair loses shine. On warmer skin tones, it may work better, but even then, it needs a lift. The idea isn't to avoid it, but to break up its monotony. How? With light layers, an off-white vest, an unbleached linen blazer, warm-toned accessories, gold, burnt orange, cognac brown, or even makeup that brightens your face. Rosy blush, earthy or soft wine lipstick. Another option is swapping olive for richer shades like moss, emerald, or deep teal, which create contrast without clashing with your hair. Picture an olive dress with nude sandals and an amber necklace. Simple, but those details let the look breathe and make your gray hair shine. 6. Lavender when softness fades away. Lavender is a gentle, feminine, almost ethereal shade, but with gray hair, it can be too delicate. It's a cool, light, washed-out color which easily blends with your hair tone and can leave your face undefined. Everything becomes too pale. Hair, skin, outfit. Instead of lightness, the look gives off fragility. And on women with little natural pigmentation, that effect intensifies, as if the face had vanished. But that doesn't mean giving up purples altogether. The answer is to add depth. Bluish purple, darker violet, or even dried plum tones create contrast with gray hair without overpowering it. They keep the elegance and add modernity. Another approach is wearing lavender in structured or textured pieces. A tailored blazer, a collared button-up, or a knit blouse. Heavier fabrics balance the softness of the color. For accessories, think matte gold, light olive, even coral. Tones that warm the face and make lavender more interesting. Have you tried lavender with wine lipstick and gold earrings? Suddenly, what seemed washed out becomes poetic with presence. 7. Baby blue, the cool shade. It creates distance.
Light blue, like a clear sky, can seem fresh and elegant. But with gray hair, it often makes the whole look too cold. It tends to create visual distance. Your face looks stiffer, your expression more serious, especially in smooth, textureless fabrics. This blue has little pigment and a chill that, combined with silver hair, can emphasize dark circles, lines, and dullness in the skin.
It's that all one-tone effect, but not in a good way, just lifeless. To keep blue in your wardrobe without falling into that trap, go for deeper variations. Petroleum blue, muted royal blue, or even navy with a green undertone create contrast, depth, and retain elegance. They lift your face and make your gray hair look intentional. Another fix: wear baby blue in prints, florals, stripes, or patterns that break up the chill with other colors, or pair it with warm touches, a caramel bag, terracotta sandals, a light wood necklace. Imagine a look with a light blue shirt, off-white tailored pants, and deep red lipstick. That's the kind of balance that turns delicacy into presence. These are a few colors that can clash with gray hair, but it all depends on how you mix, balance, and feel in them. In the end, the mirror is your best ally.
Now I want to know, is there a color you've noticed no longer works since your hair turned silver? Or one you've rediscovered and love even more now? Tell me in the comments. Sharing is always welcome here.